Hello and welcome! It's been a minute. This is Music Obscura, and if you don't know what that is, this is a channel to expose and discover new music from artists that deserve the recognition. In each of my videos, I rate a song based on 3 separate criteria: obscurity, praiseworthiness, and vibe. Today I'll be reviewing a song that means so much to me from an artist that I know and love, and I am so excited to talk about him today. He is one of the most sweet and funky and groovy artists I've ever met. I mean it when I say that this man is so wholesome and so genuine. We're talking about a guy who probably walks so carefully to not step on any ants in the grass that he treads. This person would be J.W. Francis. I've actually been lucky enough to be able to meet him every single time that I've seen him in concert. The first time that I ever saw him, I called out this song that I really wanted to hear him play on set. He stopped what he was doing, pointed at me, and said, "You know what? It's not on my roster, but meet me after this set and I'll play it for you outside after the show is done. I'll play it just for you." And so I stuck around after him and Mild High Club played, and he really did. He played a song off of my favorite album. The song is That the One?
I call you every single week, so we can have some time to speak.
And it was so amazing to have one of my most favorite artists ever take the moment for a completely random fan that he had never met before, just play a song that I just so happened to call out. Just because he's that nice. He even told me a bit about the background of the song and how he wrote it for his grandma because she always loves to hear all the stories that he tells her. So yeah, when I say that he is genuinely so sweet, I really mean it. Seeing him live is a dream. It sounds so exceptional, and you better bet that every single show that he's playing within proximity to me, I will be attending. It's just like a whole different experience hearing him live, as it is with most bands, but especially JW. The song that I'll be talking about today is not Is That the One, but it is my most favorite song, Gold. This song has such a deep meaning for me. It's a reminder to love yourself and others around you despite the flaws. A reminder that your imperfections and flaws and age and your own reflection is what makes you who you are, and that's always going to be a part of you whether you like it or not. So you might as well embrace it. I think it's also a song to embrace being alone. The special moments that you get to reflect only when you're by yourself and how important those moments really can be. I cry almost every single time that I hear the lyrics talking about how you see yourself in your head and you just think about all the things that you want to change, but you have to remind yourself to keep it gold, which is just him saying, embrace it. Embrace yourself and don't worry so much about the materialistic things, because life is way too short to focus your energy on any negative aspects that you can't even help. We all have this feeling inside of ourselves of being our own worst critic. And it's really hard to imagine that somebody as happy-go-lucky as J.W. Francis has feelings like this. I think that that's part of the reason why the song just becomes a little bit more heavy for me, but it's also very comforting in a way to know that we all have this feeling inside of us. His music, like many of the other bands I listen to, is really unlike any other sound that I've ever heard. It's very unique and melodic and groovy. He really knows how to work those pedals. Every photo of this man is just him with like the biggest smile ever. He just puts so much positive energy into this world. I think if anybody were to deserve some recognition, it would absolutely be J.W. Francis. Also, by the way, this dude just did something crazy. I'm not really sure if any other artist has really done something like this before. I mean, maybe, but I haven't really looked into it. But he just canoed the entirety of the Mississippi River in America while having little to no canoeing experience prior. Like, this dude is just so random and like cool. He had a tracker on the whole time so that you could like follow him as he goes down the Mississippi River. He was also consistently uploading on his Instagram stories and sometimes posting on Instagram, as well as sending out a journal to his weekly newsletter that he has. So I'd say it's definitely worth giving him a follow on Instagram and maybe subscribing to his weekly newsletter just to see what this crazy cat is up to. For obscurity, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. He currently has 119,000 monthly listeners. He was actually a bit more obscure maybe a few years ago, but then Garfield happened. Yes, you heard me right. Garfield happened. An animator had made a music video to one of his songs, John, Take Me With You, and it blew up. This dude's honestly an enigma. I mean, who else gets famous from Garfield? For praiseworthiness, 10 out of 10. Absolutely. He's such an amazing person from every angle you can look at him. And his music and songwriting is just revolutionary. For vibe/my review, I give it a 10 out of 10. This is such a summer album to me. It makes you just want to lie in some grass by a pond, maybe snacking some strawberries. It's a 10 out of 10, no question. So go listen to the song, or better yet, this whole album. And while you're listening, maybe sit by a pond, laying in some grass, and eat some strawberries. Oh, and don't forget to keep it gold.
Also, I have a playlist on Spotify where I upload every single song that I talk about in these videos, so go look at that. Thanks, bye.